This is a movie review for the movie Descent. Now, this movie was incredibly intense. It was definitely one of those movies where I could feel the tension in the air between all of our classmates in the theater. But I really, really enjoyed this movie. I think the movie worked really well with color. After Rosario Dawson's character originally got raped, a lot of the colors were very dull. There were a lot of grays and browns and stuff like that, and I think it really went well with the theme of the movie, kind of this descent into her depression and, you know, the subsequent sadness that came along with her being raped. I liked that the colors accentuated that and went along with it. I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised that during the last scene of the movie, when Adrian raped Rosario Dawson's rapist, when he looked over to her, and I think he said something about, is everything better now, or something along those lines, and she didn't, like, shake her head yes or no. It was kind of just like a blank stare, and I kind of liked that because I didn't really know if getting revenge in that way was a productive way of dealing with, I guess, the trauma of being raped, but I mean, like, I guess everybody deals with pain differently, but I liked that she didn't really have an answer on whether or not it made it better for her or not. I liked the ambiguity of that scene. I thought it made the movie extremely strong, and after everything, it kind of added this, like, second or fifth, sixth layer to the movie that I thought was interesting. During the Q&A session, the director mentioned how she didn't want to make one of those cliche rape movies, like the ones that you kind of see on, like, Lifetime, where, like, the girl is really sad and she gets raped and she, like, can't go on with life, or, you know, she tells someone, yada, yada, yada. But she was mentioning how a lot of rape victims don't tell people that the rape occurred, and I think she wanted to portray this kind of realistic, or another realistic view on rape and how people deal with it, just to get the kind of idea out there, which I thought was awesome. I thought it was interesting because how realistic the movie was, and the fact that it made us uncomfortable was good. You know, like, rape is an uncomfortable thing. It's not an okay thing. And sometimes, you know, when you need to understand the reality of situations, you get uncomfortable. And I like that this director did this spot on. I think it was perfect, flawless. Overall, I completely enjoyed this movie. I think it might actually be my top 2 movies of the movies that we've seen so far. I would definitely recommend this to anybody, and definitely force them to sit through it, because it's definitely worth it, even though it's kind of uncomfortable at times. But so is life. So, yes, love this movie.